Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon LeafGreen NUZLOCKE. In the last part, we grinded for an hour and a half and defeated Blue, our rebel, for the third time. So, in this part, let's head across Nugget Bridge. Now, I don't remember what Pokemon all the trainers on Nugget Bridge have, so I know there's at least one Ekans, and I'm pretty sure it's not a whole lot of Pokemon that we haven't seen before. So, yeah, this is obviously a bug catcher right here. Might be a good opportunity to get Jake some experience. People call this the Nugget Bridge. Beat us 5 trainers and win a fabulous prize. Think you got what it takes? You know, do you guys just block off the bridge and don't let anyone across who can't beat you? I mean, really, why can't I just walk past these people? Sorry, I don't feel particularly tired, so I don't know where that came from. So yeah, it's been about 7 hours or so since my last recording. I just had to take a long break from it after the hour and a half of grinding because, eesh, that just made my brain numb. Like, I couldn't think after that. Now, that looks like a Lass, and Lasses often have normal types, so let's lead with Jill. I'm second. Now it's serious. Lastly, would like the battle? Oh, Pidgey. Well, it is a normal type, I guess. Just not the kind I was looking for. Follow Kick will still do normal damage against a Pidgey, because Pidgey is normal flying. Oddish. Better off scratching Oddish. Oddish is grass poison, so it's actually doubly resistant to fighting type moves. So double click isn't gonna be much help here. The good news is Oddish is only Oddish being grass type can't hurt Jill very much either. In fact, I think Oddish at this point in time, at that level, I think Oddish's only attack really is absorb. Might be wrong about that. And Bellsprout, which I think is pure grass. It's other. No, it's grass poison as well. I know that because all of its evolutions are also grass poison, and it's like it evolves into Victory Bell and Weepin' Bell. Or was it the other way around? I always have trouble remembering those two. Weepin' Bell. I can never remember whether Victory Bell comes before Weepin' Bell or Weepin' Bell comes before Victory Bell. I've never used any of those Pokemon, so I don't know. This is a youngster, it looks like, so you probably also have normal types. Of course, the last didn't really have normal types, since she had mostly poison types. So, sorry for not really being able to come up with a lot of creative commentary for this. It really is a sort of repetitive battles against a whole bunch of trainers. This is one of the problems I have with Fire Red and Leaf Green, is that it seems like there's a whole lot of random trainers, especially early game, that are just thrown at you one after another with no break in between them. And I just think it's too many, really. They make a good way to grind, I suppose, but it doesn't make for anything I can really commentate over effectively. What am I supposed to say to this? This is like the 4th Ekans I've fought so far. Maybe, maybe I haven't fought that many, but I certainly fought more sand shrews than that just grinding alone. Ekans isn't really much anything to worry about. I suppose the only warning you should have with Ekans is that if you start getting weak, if it's got you binded or grabbed, you can't actually switch. So you just gotta be careful about that. But they're weak enough that it's not as such an issue. If anyone's guess what this no, let's leave Jody out of this. Jody's gonna get some experience from the gym, and then I'll be able to grind her before I fight Misty. Let's bring out Joy. I'm number 4. Getting tired? There are too many of you. Ooh, great, yeah, I'm glad I pulled out Joy. Actually, I think might know Peck, which could be bad, but that stab, it shouldn't be a huge issue. That focus energy is unnerving me a little bit. Although I did finish it off before I could do anything with it. Focus energy, for anyone who might not know, increases the critical hit ratio, so when a Pokemon uses focus energy, they're much more likely to get a critical hit. Now I already know that Nidoran female is not gonna have Peck or anything because I have one. Higher level than that. Higher level than that too. Only one more left. Okay, I'm number 5. I'll stomp you. Now we get our first camper. Wait, did they only have a Mankey? Just one Mankey? The level 18 Mankey, though, right here is pretty awful. I guess it did come right after a rival battle with Blue, and he had level 18 Pokemon too, but come on, we came out of Mountain Moon, and the highest level Pokemon there was 14, and then immediately we're being thrown at trainers who have these kind of Pokemon. And you can't really argue that, like, oh, you're supposed to do this after the gym. The gym has level 21 Pokemon, so it's just a sudden wall. I mean, this is one of my least favorite parts of LeafGreen. It's just this whole Cerulean City area. You spend so much time just grinding and preparing here. Congratulations! You beat our 5 contest trainers. You just earned a fabulous prize. Yes, we got a nugget. That'll help us with money. By the way, how would you like to join Team Rocket? We're a group of personal criminals. You don't really advertise yourself like that? I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. And suddenly he's a Team Rocket grunt. And with lower level Pokemon than the last person that just fought at that. So of course this is an Ekans, it's poison type, poison's weak to psychic. This shouldn't be too problematic. Team Rocket mostly uses poison and I want to say poison and ground in this game. I know a lot of evil teams use poison and dark, but I don't think they use very many dark type Pokemon in this game. I think it's mostly just poison and some ground. So a good psychic type Pokemon means that this isn't really a problem at all. Now I'm going to lead with Joy on these next 2 routes, because if I recall correctly, I think you can catch Abra on these next 2 routes. And I really want to be able to put them to sleep before I try anything. This is assuming, of course, I encounter one. I'm more likely to encounter an Oddish. With your ability, you become a top leader in Team Rocket. Come on, think of the opportunity. Don't let this chance go to waste. I'm going to punch you in the mouth. So, I actually got caught by surprise by this camper here before. On one of my Nuzlocks, I just barely got through Nugget Bridge, and I was like, okay, no, let's go get an encounter before I go back to heal. And then suddenly got blindsided by this guy. I don't think he's too hard. I don't think I lost any Pokemon. But it is still sort of surprising, just suddenly camper right there, and you just don't expect him to be there. Luckily, this Rattata is just low enough level that I don't need to worry about Hyper Fang, which is really nice because Hyper Fang is just not something I want to deal with. And another Ekans. What's a camper you doing with an Ekans? Are you part of Team Rocket too? I don't know, Ekans and Koffings are sort of the Team Rocket Pokemon, probably because of the anime, but no, the games came before the anime, I think. At least the first gen. And with that, we are on, which route is this? Hang on. I forgot what this route is. This is Route 24. So there's actually two routes you get. Route 24 and then going up further, you get to Route 25. So we actually have two encounters here. First, let's grab this. Got the TM for Attract. Not a very move I use a lot because it's very situational. You need to be up against an enemy that you really don't want, that's worth wasting a turn on that move for, and it needs to be the opposite gender. So let's go ahead and get our next encounter. Route 24, what we got? We have a Weedle. We don't have a Weedle yet, so I have to get this. I like Beedrill, but I'm not going to use it this round. Oh, I killed it. I suppose I should have thought about that. What was I thinking? Level 19 Butterfree. Alright, I'm an idiot. I just killed my encounter on Route 24. Let's go into Route 25. I like Beedrill. Beedrill's pretty fun. I think I also like Beedrill just because of the Beedrill and a couple of Nuzlocke. Another Weedle. Okay, so I'm guessing I guess I'm getting a Weedle in this route because this game is not going to let me get anything else. Dang. Well, let's go ahead and put it to sleep because it'll be easy to catch that way without hurting it. So I guess if I have to catch a Weedle, I will. I don't know, it'll make a nice backup Pokemon. If Joy dies, it'll make another, it'll make a good replacement for a Bug type. Although I don't think Bug types are really needed. And Weedle can, Beedrill also can learn a couple of TMs that are nice. So, often found in forests, eating leaves. There's a sharp stinger on its head that injects poison. Ooh, it would be a name for a female Weedle. Alright, I'm back. I've decided on a name. That took me a little while. I'm going to call her... Whoops. Call her Jocelyn. So she got put in the lab box. So at this point, I'm just going to switch to Jody. I'm just going to start grinding a little bit for the gym. In order to do that, I'm going to battle a lot of these trainers. Is what I'm going to do. I don't know if you know this, but I think you actually get like more experience from trainer Pokemon than wild ones. So it's a good idea to grind by battling trainers. And actually, one of my best grinding strategies late game is to get the Versus Seeker and then go back to, I think it's Route 4. It's the route right after Computer City. And battle one of the trainers there over and over because it's an easy battle that's worth quite a bit of experience. As you saw here, hikers sometimes also have fighting types, so you do have to be careful about that. It isn't such an issue because most of the types that are good against rocks are also resistant to fighting, or at least take normal damage from fighting. Actually, come to think of it, I don't think there are any Pokemon types that are good against rock that are weak against fighting. I might not be thinking about it very well, but. You want to see Bill? First we battle. Or, you know, I could have walked right past you. This had nothing to do with me looking for Bill. And an Onix. That'll be some good experience. A level 17 Onix at that. That'll be with some experience. Now, one thing you have to be careful about with Paris is that Paris is a grass bug, so Paris does not resist rock type moves. So you do need to be careful about that, because bug would normally be weak to it while grass would resist it. I learned Leech Life. That is a very good. Oh wait, no, Leech. I was thinking Leech Seed. No, I don't want to learn Leech Life. I was about to learn Leech Life. Wow. For some reason, I thought Leech Seed when it said Leech Life. No, I would have loved Leech Seed, but Leech Life isn't that great. I mean, I suppose it might be nice to have a move that restores your health, but you're better off with moves like Mega Drain or something, not Leech Life. And this Rattata will know Hyper Fang. I'm more than a little worried about that. Yeah, and a Tail Whip. Tail Whip Hyper Fang combo is not something I'm going to mess with, so I'm going to switch after this turn. Assuming I don't kill it, which is entirely possible. Yes, okay, I got it, never mind. That's not a good thing to fight, the switch. Let's switch to Jordan. You're decent. Dude, what does that make you? Yeah, there are a lot of trainers on this route. This is like, this and the route right after, I think, Vermilion City, I think are the two worst examples of this. Where, the route after Vermilion City, actually, I usually just skip over. I usually don't even battle trainers on that route because there are just so many of them, it's ridiculous. Hi, my boyfriend is cool. I'm assuming I'm gonna meet your boyfriend later then. Unless you're just saying this out of nowhere. Not a good matchup, just because I don't have any moves that are good against it. Let's switch back to Joy. Yep, I knew it. Nidoran male does learn Peck. Man, I don't know how I'm gonna manage to record all these before I move out to college, into my dorm again. I'm moving on Saturday, and today is Tuesday, or actually, technically, since it's past midnight, today is Wednesday. So I have like no time. I have no idea how this is gonna happen. My only hope is that I can record enough of them to pad this out or something. I may end up having to actually make good on what I said on, I think, the last part, and actually record after break, like just have a break-long, well, hiatus in the middle of this. I really hope it didn't come to that, but yeesh. I don't know how else I can record these videos. I probably shouldn't have decided to start this now. I probably should have waited. No, I really wanted to get started on a Nuzlocke. These Nuzlockes are really fun for me. Of course they are, otherwise I wouldn't be trying it, I don't think. Hacker Knob. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get Jody to level 21. Because if I can get Jody to level 21, even though I won't need to worry about the trainers in the gym because you don't actually need to battle any of them. You can go right past both of the trainers in Misty's gym. So I don't need to deal with that. I don't need to worry about being over-leveled with Jody there. But I think it just gets far better to grind Jody this way and have the rest of my team start to kind of fall behind a little bit than to spend another hour and a half grinding them all to level 21. Mid-chops don't worry me too much just because Jody has a double resistance to fighting. Because Bug resist fighting and Grass resist fighting. I actually had a bit of a scare earlier. I know in my Scorpion King playthrough I mentioned a lot of technical difficulties where my computer would blue screen. By the way, battle this trainer down here. I'm a cool guy, I got a girlfriend. If you don't do this now, like this, you'll have to come back here later with cut. So I might as well just get it out of the way now. But yeah, I mentioned technical difficulties in my Scorpion King playthrough. Where my computer would blue screen and reformatting. I actually reformatted my computer in the hopes that it might fix it. Oh, level 14 Rattata does know Hyper Fang? Well, that's not good at all. And Jill is injured. Yeesh. Switch out Jewel and hope that wild Rattata doesn't. Not wild. That Rattata there doesn't. Oh wow. No, if Tackle did that much damage. Screw it, using a potion on Jill. Okay, good, that wasn't a crit. That would have killed the Jill if, Jewel, I mean, if that had been a critical hit. And of course you tail whip. Of course. Please finish it off in one hit. Oh yeah. I'm always on the edge while fighting Rattatas. And Ekans. That won't be too hard to deal with. But I had actually a really bad scare earlier because for some reason I've like updated my drivers and everything seems to mostly work, but for whatever reason Minecraft of all things causes my computer to blue screen generally within an hour of starting to play it, and earlier I had a blue screen and then my computer wouldn't reboot, and I had to use the startup recovery thing, the startup repair, to get it to start up again. And I was afraid I might, and I had to like go back a little bit in time to, I don't mean like, no, that sounded dumb. I had to actually revert to an earlier image from my computer just to make it work. And thankfully it was an image right after I recorded the last episode, because if it hadn't been, oh god. If I had lost that video, I don't even know what I would have done. My Pokemon are hurting, so I'm gonna head back to the Pokemon Center, then I'll meet you back here. Alright, I'm back. I actually forgot to talk, and so I guess I kind of cut ahead a little bit. I had this feeling. I knew I had to battle you. You didn't miss anything. I just walked over here and encountered this trainer. Youngster Chad. I didn't mean to tackle, I meant to use confusion. Whoops. So, yeah, I'm definitely glad that I didn't lose the footage for this episode. Or I'm not even thinking about what I'm saying anymore. I'm so glad I didn't lose the hour and a half of grinding that I did on the last episode, because that would have been awful to have to do that all over again. I think I'm mostly done with this route. I think this trainer and maybe like one or two more. Which is nice because this route drags on. Mostly because of all the trainers. I think the developers knew that the wild Pokemon in these areas were too low level. So they just made gave you a whole bunch of trainers to compensate for that. To help you get experience at higher levels. So Jody's almost level 21. Let's not fight a flying type with Jody. The problem with Jody is that Jody is grass and bug, so that means Jody has double weakness to flying. So any flying type moves will really hurt. I suppose while I'm sitting here trying to think of something to say and have nothing else to say, might as well talk about some Nuzlocke comics. Basically, the reason why I got into the Nuzlocke challenge in the first place is because I found Nuzlocke comics, and basically it's I won't say tradition, but one of the most common ways that Nuzlockers choose to share their adventures is to draw a comic about it. Some of these are really crude, but some of these are really, really well made. And I got into the Nuzlocke challenge in the first place. Hi, I'm a Pokemon. No, I'm not. Call me Bill. I'm a true blue Pokemaniac. Hey, what's with that skeptical look? I'm not joshing you, pal. I screw up and experiment combined with a Pokemon. Yeah, I'll help you out. I first got into the Nuzlocke challenge because I found a comic called Petty's LeafGreen NUZLOCKE. Or I think it was called A Petty LeafGreen NUZLOCKE Challenge. So, definitely check that out. That's still my favorite Nuzlocke comic to this day, although there are others that come very close to rivaling it. I also recommend Pie and Peas Nuzlocke Adventure and Ken Fire Red Kick-Ass Mode. Really, there are a lot of really good comics out there that you guys really need to check out. I think one of the best things about the Nuzlocke community is just the artwork and the comics that the people make. Recently, I've started reading one called Alterity. That's also really good. So I'm now done with all the Bill stuff. I'm gonna run down to the gym and battle the gym trainers real quick before I end the episode. But yeah, that's how I got into the Nuzlocke Challenge in the first place, because I found these comics, and for a while I was planning to make one. I don't know if I said this before in an earlier part, but the reason why I'm making a video now is because after like 3 tries at Nuzlocking, I kept trying and taking notes and wanting to make a comic, and who knows, maybe someday down the road, down the line, if this Nuzlocke becomes successful and I succeed and win, maybe I'll make a comic out of this one. I don't know. That might be pretty fun. But I really wanted to try making a comic of my own to really just sort of get into the community there. Don't really know where I'm going with this, but the point is I would have really liked to make a comic out of a Nuzlocke challenge, and that's what got me into the challenge in the first place. And over time, I just sort of kept going because I really enjoyed playing. So Jody is now level 21. I do not want to level Jody up past that. So what I'm going to do now is, Shelter is part ice, so I'm going to switch to Jill and use double kick. I think Shelter is ice. It may only be Cloyster, but I'm pretty sure Shelter is water ice. Nope. Must just be water. Whatever, let's keep going. So yeah, I highly encourage you guys to check some of those comics out. They're really amazing. I'll probably put a link, some links to a few of my favorites in the comments for this episode as well, just so you guys can have a quick way to go and look at some of them. A lot of them are incomplete. They're sort of in progress and still being made at the time of this recording. So, a petty LeafGreen NUZLOCKE is finished, but its sequel, Heart Gold NUZLOCKE, the petty Heart Gold NUZLOCKE, I think that's what it was, isn't, and it's actually updating really slowly. So I can't be upset about that though. It has to do with a whole bunch of it has to do with life getting in the way, and I can understand that. You are not gonna get a 5 hit on your first move, are you? Oh my god! Come on! Really? Whenever I use a multi-hit move, I always only hit like twice or 3 times. And while that Shoulder was a tank, it just refused to go down. Probably because it used withdraw so many times. Swimmer Luis! Let's switch away from Jody into, I don't know. Next gym is going to be electric type, and I don't really have any good electric type Pokemon that are good against electric types. If I evolve Jill, I forgot, actually totally forgot to look up Jill's evolution, like I said it with in the last episode. But if I evolve Jill, she'll become part ground type, so that might be a good idea. However, Vermilion Gym is not typically that bad, because it's like the only gym you're almost guaranteed to have a good Pokemon for. Before you go to fight Lieutenant Surge, you can go straight to Diglett Tunnel, or Diglett Cave, I think is what it's called, and you're pretty much guaranteed a Diglett there. Now, for how quickly this girl has a Goldeen. This thing has Peck, I want to say. Oh god, it's level 19 too. This could be a very bad idea on my part, trying to fight this thing. I'll put it to sleep. That way I can hopefully defeat it without it using Peck. Though knowing my luck, it'll wake up in 1 turn. Well, technically 2 turns, because I think that's the minimum amount of time they can be asleep. Knowing my luck, it's going to wake up right now. Why not? And it's down. Sleep Powder is a really nice move. Yes, I did. Alright, so, before I fight Misty, I'm going to head back and heal. Jody's already level 21. I don't want to do any more grinding, really. I'm sick of grinding after that last episode. So I'm sick of grinding for now. I might grind Jewel and Jake up a little bit. No, scratch that, I'm not going to, because there's no trainers to fight in. Grinding them on the wild Pokemon will take ages. So yeah, for better or for worse, next episode I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to open up with fight Misty. Thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Let's Play Pokemon LeafGreen NUZLOCKE.